Okay, so I have gotten everything all set up in here. So this is going to be my first video, and I am going to be testing some sterling silver. So you can see I have all of these little beads right here, and I know it's probably hard to tell in the camera, but you do have that sterling silver mark in there, which is the 925. So we are going to go through and test all of these little beads to see if they are silver. What I'm going to be using today, I've got my little tester kit. This is my scratch stone. I'm going to be testing with 18 karat acid. You can test with sterling acid, but it's just a little bit harder, a little more complicated. I like using the 18 karat, makes it a lot easier. And then of course I do have my test acid neutralizer. So that is what I am going to be using today. So to test silver, really it's super simple. It does not harm the jewelry. So you're going to take your silver on your scratch pad. Of course, make sure it's all cleaned off. And you are just going to scratch it there. And you're going to take just a drop. It does not take a lot of acid. So one little drop on there. So whenever you're testing silver using an 18 karat acid, it should show up, you should have blue where that acid is tested. So as you can see on there, it is turning blue. See how it's kind of like a light blue there in the middle as the acid sits on it. Kind of take it a little over there so you can see kind of how that is turning that light blue. So that is how you know that this bead is sterling silver. So whenever you're done, you just take your neutralizer, drop it on there. You can see it kind of does its little fizzy thing to clean that up. And then what I do is I just take some toilet paper, paper towel, whatever, and clean my stone up. So really easy. A lot of times whenever I have a lot to test, I will actually go through and just kind of make a little line here of all my pieces that I need to test. And that way, I know some people don't do this. I've seen some people do it. It's just a matter of what people's preferences are. So, and then of course, again, you just take your acid, have a little drop. Come on, there we go. I have to be really careful not to get it on my skin because it will actually turn, that acid will turn my skin yellow. Okay, so on here you can kind of see the differences. So this first one that we tested is not showing up blue. I'm going to try and not move that around a whole lot. So as you can see, this top one not showing up blue. So the second one is showing blue. That third one, it's hard to tell. There is a little bit of blue in there though, not a lot. So I don't know if that's just maybe the mix of metals and it doesn't, you know, have a lot of silver in it, but that does have a little bit of blue in there. And then these last two also show up blue. So out of all of those tested, this first one, this top one, is the only one that did not show blue on that acid test, even though it is marked. And so that is why I always like to mark anything that is sterling, or test anything that is marked, because there are going to be times when it's marked sterling, but it is not truly sterling. That's why you hear me say on my shows, 925 marked, but not tested, because I want you to know that there is a possibility that it is not real sterling if I have not tested it. So that is just kind of a simple, quick video on how I test for sterling versus not sterling. So thanks for tuning into my first video, and I will see you guys on live later. Bye.